Awesome. We are live. Welcome, everyone. I have a special guest from a special organization with me today. His name is Chris Thorne, and he works for HireMilitary. And today we are going to talk about how HireMilitary connects military spouses and veterans to employers. And there's so many other things we could be talking about, Chris, but I'm going to let you introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about HireMilitary, and then I will jump in with the questions.
That's spectacular. Thank you so much for letting me come and join you here today. I really appreciate the opportunity. Great to see everyone out there who's watching today. First, I want to start off by saying thank you first and foremost to our military family, military spouse community. If there's one thing that I honestly have said over and over again in conversations, it is that those of us who have worn the uniform understand that it's the military family that most often serves without the recognition for the service they give. And nothing could happen without that. So thank you to all. But I'm proud to be the Director of Accounts, National Director of Account Management for HireMilitary, which is a company that was founded really specifically to focus on transitioning active duty military members in support of a program called DoD Skill Bridge. And if you're not familiar with that, I'd love to have a conversation with you about the DoD Skill Bridge program and how that supports transitioning service members. But what we found was that through our time working with the program, through our opportunities to engage with industry, our voice has allowed us to really engage in a better understanding, not just of transitioning service member opportunities and careers, but for veterans and for military spouses, military families as well. And so, as the National Director of Accounts, one of my responsibilities is to have the consultative conversations with industries, companies, large and small, from Fortune 100s down to mom and pops and really across the nation, to talk about military and military family hiring and initiative programs and help them set up programs that not only attract great talent from the veteran and military family communities, but set up internal programs to help keep them on board, to retain them and ensure there's flexibility. And so I have conversations with about, I think last year it was a little over 1,000 companies that I had conversations at the senior management executive level leadership to help them set programs up. And I'm really proud to be able to do that.
Wow, that's a lot of time on the phone.
Mostly by Zoom these days.
Yeah, because we all need another Zoom meeting. Yeah, so let's talk about, if I am interested in getting involved with HireMilitary as a job seeker, what's the process? What does that look like?
So right now we work predominantly with the DoD Skill Bridge program, which is for those transitioning service members to participate in training with industry before they leave service. Those, you can go and find those positions listed on our website at hiremilitary.us, HIRE military.us, and you can see those. We also have a jobs board that is focused specifically on veteran talent. So those transition service members who didn't get an opportunity for SkillBridge or haven't found that right career yet, but still are looking to connect to great companies who want to specifically connect with veteran talent. And so we have that. And I'll tell you, if you go to our website, what you're going to see there is something we're really excited about, and that is military spouses. And that is because we're really, really excited and looking forward to, eager to launch a platform that's really going to address that same issue specifically for military spouses, run by looking at only and connecting companies directly with military spouses for opportunities nationwide and internationally to create career and support opportunities.
And we will certainly have another chat after we launch, because I know this will be huge and impactful for the military spouse community. But as it is, you're already working with military spouses at HireMilitary. So can you talk a little bit about specifically what you do right now in terms of helping military spouses? And then we'll roll into the next piece, which I want to dive into, which is the employer side of the house. If I'm an employer, how do we get in touch with you?
Absolutely. So great question. So, using our voice that we have gained in the industry space out there, we try to take advantage of that opportunity to expand that conversation. So whether that's partnering with our great partners at American Corporate Partners and really coming to the table as part of the conversation at Second Lady Pence's military spouse hiring and careers initiative, which we're proud to say that Mike Quinn, our CEO, is a roundtable member for that conversation. Whether it's engaging with our amazing partners at Onward to Opportunity through the Institute for Veterans and Military Families at Syracuse University, and making sure that we are giving our time to be able to help teach not just those transitioning service members and veterans who are participating in Onward to Opportunity, but those military family members who are participating to create those opportunities, trying to get out there and have that, or whether it's just simply using the scope of our voice to have those conversations in industry. I'll give a great example. Last a few weeks ago, speaking at an industry conference for cyber technology and information management with one of our wonderful partners, Splunk, which cybersecurity firm. I know, weirdest name, but great company. They're international industry leaders in cybersecurity, and I was really privileged to speak as a panel member for their international symposium on talent management and on careers, and the opportunity to talk about not just veteran talent, but talk about military family talent and how they can benefit the industry was something I was very proud to do. And so just using any of those opportunities to really bring that, and then helping companies better understand how they can target, attract, onboard, and retain, because that's always the key, right? It's easy to hire people. How many people stay in that job through the first 12 months, and are you flexible and adaptable enough in the environment to be able to help them be successful and have successful careers? So helping them set those programs up and being advocates, not just advocates, but consultative to them, is something we really believe in.
You guys are doing a large amount of work. So I'm proud to be on here and to get your name in front of my military spouse audience today. We've got a number of comments coming in, people saying hi, hey, Chris and Jamie. So hello, everybody. If you have questions and you are watching right now, I encourage you to drop them in the comments. We'll try to answer them while we're still live. If you come in later and watch this after we're already done, that's okay. You can still ask your questions and we'll still see it. So Chris, to my second part of that question, which was, if I am an employer, how do I get involved with HireMilitary in your programs?
Well, the easiest one is to go ahead and reach out to me directly, whether that's here on LinkedIn. Please do connect with me. And by the way, anyone, I love to connect with people and really create those networks. But if you're an employer, you can reach out directly to me here. You can send me an email. It's an easy email address. I'll put it out for everyone, chris.thorne@hiremilitary.us. So feel free to connect with me on any of those. I actually wake up in the morning living and breathing to have conversations with companies and executive and management leadership and hiring managers to talk about these programs. So I'm that belly button, or you can visit us at our webpage and certainly connect there. We also have our other team members, Mike Quinn, who many of you are familiar with as the CEO, but other great members of the team. Matt Quick, who's out on the East Coast. We've got John Schneider. We've got Jason Willett. We've got Sarah. We've got just such an amazing group of people. And so if you connect with anyone at HireMilitary, we're going to make sure that we get you connected to have the conversation.
Awesome. So if you were going to give any tips to your job seekers, be it a military family member, spouse, or veteran, what would that tip be to be successful in their career search?
So, this is something that is an interesting point, because there's obviously, we could go all day on this one, but I think probably the one thing I would give is that you have to end up with a focus. You have to put a dot down on a target. You have to put a pin on the calendar. You have to declare yourself and who you are and what it is that you want to be, because industry, as helpful as they may want to be and as accepting as they may be of you and your skills and your talent, they don't generally have time to help you in the self-exploration process. They need you to tell them who you are. And so make sure you understand where you fit into industry, have those informational interviews, and understand what it is you want to be. If it's human resources, hey, I'm an HR passionate person. I'll talk with you about HR all day long. But if it's something else, let's make sure you understand, and declare yourself. And don't be afraid to have a history that's non-traditional for that, especially in the military spouse community. Oftentimes when we talk about resume building and pathways toward employment and what our career histories look like, we'll hear, oh, well, I was moving around with my military spouse and therefore I didn't get a chance to get a job while I was out in 29 Palms, California. And there's 2.5 years of empty space on my resume there. How do I construct and deal with that? And so having those conversations, we often find out, well, were you working for the Navy and Marine Corps Relief Fund? Were you working at the society? And then we find out many of them, they were running the Navy Marine Corps thrift store on base out there. They were volunteering their time, but they were running a retail operation, accepting and selling merchandise, running cash flows, dealing with it. All these are true business experiences. But just because it's volunteer time, many people sort of discount that from their experience basket. And those are really important experiences that you can bring to industry. So make sure that you really keep those in mind. And that would be probably the biggest thing I would share.
Right. And no matter what advice you do get, whether it be resume advice or how to network or doing things, connecting with mentors, all of that advice hinges on putting that dot on the map, because you don't know what mentor to even connect and talk to if you don't have a direction at all, right? And you could pick 10,000 people to talk to, but is that really feasible? There's something to be said about maybe narrowing it down to a handful of job titles or industries and then picking mentors to help you select and choose and learn about those industries. But until you really focus, it's hard to even just, if you go online and search a job opening in a certain city, there's 20,000 results. How can you possibly get one of those jobs if you don't even know what you're looking for? So
you've got to go after that. It's and I don't, not to go after that too long, but for our older people in there, I love to use this analogy. Back when I was younger, when we'd be going on a vacation, we'd go to AAA and you get the roadmap, right? I'm in Phoenix and we're going to New York and we get the big roadmap from AAA. And you know what? We got that roadmap and it says New York City is where we're going. And maybe we start driving and we just decide we're going to end up going off a different direction, go to South Dakota, go to Mount Rushmore or something like that. It's not on the map. That's okay. But you have to start with a map to somewhere and start working along that map before you can figure out where your deviation for what you're actually interested in along the path actually comes. It's not about knowing the exact destination and getting there. It's about having a starting point to aim for so that you can then work from that point.
It's awesome. Truth. He's speaking the truth. Listen to this man. We had a question, Chris. Maybe we can address this pretty quickly, and then we'll have a final little bit of time to close out here. But Janice asks, Chris, my son is a Marine veteran as of November 22nd. He's looking for an internship in the Sarasota area. Who do you recommend he talk to?
Interesting thing that you mentioned that. First of all, Janice, thank you so much for your military family service again out there. When I talk about the military family, it's not just the military spouse, although I have a passion for supporting that. The entire family really serves. So thank you, Janice. There are lots of internship opportunities out there, so make sure he's definitely looking. But it's kind of funny that you mentioned Sarasota, Florida, because just yesterday, one of the employers that I completed setting up a program as a partner with HireMilitary for is Sarasota County, Florida, who has created internship opportunities within the county structure organization, and they are excited and looking for people. So I would say, shoot me a note, connect with me on here. Eric Huff, who is on our team, is the manager who's working directly with them, but very opportune timing on that. You might just find that's going to work out very well.
Awesome. Well, Janice, connect with Chris stat. It's required. So final things before we get ready to close out here, Chris. Is there any parting words of wisdom or any events or upcoming things that you'd like to talk about here during the last couple of minutes?
So I try to never use words of wisdom and me in the same sentence there. However, one of the things I will share, this is an exciting new thing that our team has been working on for quite a while out there, which is the digital networking professional out there, certified digital networking professional. It's a great It's a great credential for industry that allows and builds on your opportunity to create digital networks that effectively build your professional relationships. And I would encourage, take a look at that. It's something that you're going to be hearing more about, and building those professional relationships is the key to your career success. I often tell people, one of my phrases, your network equals your net worth. And when you build professional relationships, then you develop networks that are going to be there to help in your career progression out there. So reach out there, connect, have those conversations, set up that 15-minute chat. Professionally building those relationships when you don't need something from someone is how you have effective networks for you when you do need. And so that's probably, again, I'm not going to say wisdom involved there, but that's probably the key that comes out.
Dig your well before you're thirsty.
There you go. Perfect. I like that one. I'm going to jot that down.
It's a book title. I think the last name is McKay of the author, but I've read that and it was so perfect for networking, because you want to dig your well before you're thirsty. So
absolutely.
Well, Chris, you're awesome. Lots of words of wisdom today. I can put your name in the same sentence as that if I want to. You may not like it, but I'm going to do it. So I appreciate your time. I appreciate your wisdom, and I appreciate everything that HireMilitary does for the military community. I appreciate you today.
Thank you so much.